Hello there. How you
Good
doing?
evening, everybody.
Look what I
How are you
remembered.
doing?
Yeah, look what I remembered. The scroll.
Excellent.
Tell them how to get on the scroll.
I'm just enjoying the numbers after the names.
Huh?
You got Hickory 8, NCR 7, Abbey 9,
Oh
Captain Cats
God.
8,
What?
Kick 7,
Did I do the wrong scroll?
Anthony 7, LDB 4, Graham 8, Jason 9.
That's not supposed. I don't know what that is.
Welcome
That's my
to
scroll.
welcome to Tech Talk with AMG.
Yeah, right. I did something stupid. No, never
It
me. Probably because I can't see shit. All right, let me try.
it
Let me see if I did something wrong.
it wouldn't be us if there wasn't a technical issue.
Oh, shut up. Hey, you try doing everything with no eyes. Well, I have eyes.
There is that.
They just don't work right.
hmm
What is this?
Well, whilst you're teching away, hello, Jason. And as Jason says, all caps is not rude here. Actually, it helps AMG to read the comments. So
It do, yeah.
we are not shouting. We are being polite to AMG.
Very much so, and I appreciate it always.
Mhm. Yeah, good to see you, Nightwolf. Bellywood. Don't tell me you've actually managed to get here on time. That's very good. Nice to see you. Zazuzi Zequin. I can still remember how to say your name. I don't think you messed up the
I
poll,
found the right
but
one.
don't worry about it. Hi, Taipan. Yeah, that's the one.
Yay,
Um,
I did it!
and hi, K Rab. Hi, K Janice. Good to see you. Contest
Hi!
auditor. Now, how to get your name on that pretty pink scrolling banner at the bottom
That means the
is
world to us.
is to play detective because all the relevant links on how to help
It's not
support
there.
AMG are not in the description. You'll have to go to one of our other recent
I will
videos,
get it.
watch
I'll
it,
fix it right now. I will fix it right
watch
now.
no no watch those videos, and whilst you're watching the videos, you can look at the description and find
He's always gotta
the
fuck with me. He couldn't just say, hey, Marvel, go fix it.
PayPal, Cash App, etc. links.
God forbid he says just, hey, Marvel, go fix it. No. Let's be a wise ass.
Absolutely, and why not?
Wise ass.
hmm
Hey.
It's I've been seeing too many mafia-based things. I'm being a wise guy.
Oh, no, 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 no.
What?
Watch it.
I am trying.
Alright, let's see.
Hi, Cat
Edit
Girl. Hugs.
video.
Good to see you. And Abby Pollen. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, Irish. Um, right. What Netflix special Irish
Chris
asks?
Rock. First
Uh,
ever live Netflix special. Chris Rock did just, what, yesterday?
don't know. Hi,
So,
Mike.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Chris Rock's. That's what we're talking about today, huh?
Mhm. Hi,
I
Connie.
fixed it. If you refresh, you'll see everything that's supposed to be there.
hmm
Because, I can do that. I am that good at what I do. I can talk, socialize, tell him he's a wise ass, and put the stuff where it's supposed to be at the same time.
AMG, being a lady, can multitask. She can screw up several things at the same time.
You're an ass.
Good evening,
It
Neil.
comes from being a great producer. That's what I
Mhm.
consider myself still, is a producer. I just got nobody to produce.
Did I say hello, Taipan? If I didn't, hello, Taipan.
Hi, champion. I said it first.
I would dispute his claim that he's always polite to AMG.
Who is?
Taipan.
Who said that?
He did.
Oh, he's just kidding. Obviously.
I think what he means is he's always polite to you, but not polite about you.
Nah, he's not played to me either. But I love him.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is, being
He's always here though.
yeah,
Whenever he can be.
yeah, being Australian, politeness is on the same side of the coin as rudeness, not on the other side of the coin.
Oh, the fourth it was on. Okay, so yeah. I didn't see it
Greetings.
live either, but I did see it. So if you saw it live or not, you could still say yes,
Yeah.
as long as you saw it. How many people saw it so far?
Hi, Dave.
Oh, like
Um,
24% saw a Chris Rock special. I'm surprised. I really am. Aren't you?
um,
It's Chris Rock.
yeah, and
Wow.
sorry. Um,
No, I'm sorry, but you gotta admit he's a big name. I don't care if you don't like him.
yeah. I
I hate
suspect
when
he
you
is,
do
but
that. Just because you don't like somebody, Simon, you can't discount what they've accomplished. And from Pookie to now, he's accomplished a lot. If, and you don't know who the fuck Pookie is, do you?
he referenced it in the special, but I've got
The one you
no.
didn't see, sir?
I saw bits of.
Right. Um, he voted no on the poll, guys. Even though he just proved he saw some of it, he said no. Uh, what am I gonna do? Right? He's a big name. Right. Who said that? K-Rab. Hi,
And,
K-Rab. Hey, K-Rab. Did you finish saying hi to everybody, or did I interrupt you again?
I think I just about managed to finish. Except hi, Mike. Don't think I said hi to you
Hi,
when you came
my
in.
Irish. That doesn't check her
Dave.
DMs. Irish.
I
What?
mean, Dave is in similar position to me. He doesn't
What?
have Netflix.
Okay. I get it. So, anyways, here's the thing. We're going to talk about that tonight. Um, our perspective on it from beginning to end. We'll talk over the story and stuff. But here
Right.
first is Pookie. Pookie was his first role in New Jack City. His first acting role. He was a comedian already, been on Saturday Night Live and shit. But his first acting role was in New Jack City as Pookie,
That
a
was a
crack
film,
addict.
I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't play
I'm
I'm
not.
better than you.
I'm not. I'm just saying I don't know what New Jack
New
City.
Jack City, it was a really good film. It was really, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
You guys saw it, right? It was good. Um, and yeah, it was in the 80s, I'd say. End of the 80s, maybe early 90s. What was New Jack City, guys?
Oh,
But yeah, it was a good one. And he played a crack addict. Skinny old, like, bare, like, skin and bones crack addict. Pookie. Pookie came to a bad end, I believe. As crack addicts will do.
huh. Okay.
And he did a good job. I mean, he really did. He looked horrible. Horrible. You know. You have what?
Irish has Hulu.
Oh, okay. 91, really? Yeah. Yeah, beginning of the 90s.
Oh, a
Yeah.
palindromic date.
It was a good movie.
Um, Catgirl. He is
He's
a
a
comedian
comedian,
who
actor.
became an actor.
He's the one that Will Smith slapped at the Oscars. How about
Yeah.
that? So there's that. Uh, yeah, 1999. 91. 91. 1991. So yeah, it's in the 1900s. Aha.
If it helps, Nightwolf, the first computer I programmed as a professional was a 1900 series
Oh
ICL.
god. What, really?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was a 1904.
Was it Ice T's first role in the movie? No, actually, Ice T's first role was in Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't. Don't do it. Which is way before that. So there you go. It's not Ice T's first acting role.
And
It's
I'm
crazy that I know that.
not going to
Shit.
pursue what that thing that you said that was his first
Breaking
acting role
2
is.
Electric Boogaloo was a breakdancing movie. There was
Oh,
so many of them for a while there in the 80s.
okay.
And Ice T was in the second one of the series. Uh, and that was his first role.
Um, AMG, Inquiring Cat Minds would like to know how you know that.
I just do, okay? I lived it. I loved it. I was there. It was before I knew who Ice T was. But after I found out who he was and liked his music,
Hmm.
I remembered him in the background and then the foreground and then in just the ground of Electric 2 or Electric Boogaloo. Breakdance 2 Electric or Breakin' 2? Was it Breakin'? Yeah, Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's been a long road to get here.
But probably not as long as it should be with a film name like that.
It was it was what it was.
Hmm.
They got worse as they went on. The first one wasn't that bad. It was what you'd expect from a breakdancing movie or any type of movie like that. They still make movies around stupid things like cheerleading or what any of those types of movies. You guys know what I mean.
Yeah. Right. Sorry to hear that you're in a bad mood, Irish. I hope things
Irish, you bad mood
get better
again?
for you.
Well, you didn't check your DMs either, so I don't know what to tell you.
Without getting too controversial, Bellywood reckons that they're a little put off about the whole package of Netflix since Harry and Meg's are on there.
Huh? What's Harry and Meg's?
Um, the Ginger and his
What about it?
uh, their documentary thing is on Netflix.
So?
So I think Bellywood is a bit
Did they make the
disconcerted.
net? Did they make the documentary, or do they just air it? That's what I need
Um,
to know.
I I don't have a clue. I don't know if it's a Netflix special or something. But yeah,
Um,
um,
the DM's on
Irish is wondering
Discord,
where the DMs.
Irish. I sent you a DM on Discord. Um, I was there when
Um,
breakdancing was invented. It was in the 80s.
and when she says 80s, that is the 1980s.
Yeah, you're older than me. Remember?
I know, I
I'm
know.
just saying.
I
Don't
was
make
just
fun of your
protecting you
age.
from. I was just protecting you from the jibes of people possibly be alluding to that.
What's the whole thing with me? Before we get, I might as well get into it before we get into the reason we're here. What's the Meghan Harry thing? They were on South Park.
Yeah, South Park did a parody of them. Um,
Uh,
bits. I've seen bits of it, and it's pretty hilarious, and it certainly plays to the audience who think that they are a bunch. They're a pair of idiots.
oh, okay. So they're the ones who said there was racism in the royal family.
Uh,
Yes.
I,
Yes, right.
I, they're the ones that
Whether or not it's
claim.
true, Simon. Yes
I
or
don't.
no?
Well, I, I don't know whether they are the ones who said there was racism, but they are. Well, she is the one about whom the racism thing has been
Well,
trained.
obviously it was her who said
Well,
it. If it was against her,
yeah, the
yeah. Thank you,
comment.
K. Rab. It's easy, yes or no.
Yeah, the comment was, "I wonder what colour the child will be."
I don't think that's the only thing. I
That's
really
the
don't think
only.
that's the only thing she talked about with the race problem. I
That well,
remember a lot of people saying a lot of things, and that wasn't it.
that's the only comment that I am aware of that was said
Yeah,
apparently
but you
within the
never
royal
listen to that kind of thing.
within the royal household.
But you never listen to that kind of thing. Pop culture's not your thing.
But sometimes, sadly, you hear stuff
I
on the news.
did I did hear, however, that they made it very clear that Queen Elizabeth was not one of the people who made them uncomfortable.
Hmm.
She was always very nice and loving.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And I bet Lady Di wouldn't either. But the rest
Don't
of
know.
them, I don't like, so it doesn't matter. And I don't think Philip would have either. But his father is an asshole. His father's, what the fuck are we gonna call her? The dog lady. Um,
Sorry, the
Camilla.
what?
Camilla.
Oh,
Um, I don't know what to call her. The mistress. She's that type too. I don't like her. I liked Lady Di. She was a sweet lady. Didn't deserve to be treated that way. Just saying.
hmm.
And
Oh,
she did a lot for charity, and she did a lot for AIDS.
yeah. Um,
My people.
I
Maybe
sadly, I
the
think
gay
Iris
people.
Dublin is going to be put into handcuffs
Yay for
because
her!
Kelly's told her that she doesn't behave, she's going to cuff me. So she's going to not behave just to be cuffed, aren't you, Iris?
Yes, she is. Tie me up, tie me down is the motto of that house. So, um, yeah, if they the whole thing with the royal family. Eh, do I was I like, oh wow, he's marrying an American regular person? I don't give a fuck actually. Because seriously, they made a big deal that your boy, what's his name, the the one
Charles?
Di married, yeah, Charles marrying Di was a big deal, and she was British. She just wasn't royalty or something like that, or nobility. I don't know. So
No, she was in from a prominent family, a titled family,
they
I
made a big
believe.
deal out of it, and then it's just in this day and age, they should be able to marry who they want. They really should. They really should.
Yeah,
Like Maxima over in Holland, I think
yeah.
it
Say
is.
that's Netherlands, isn't it? I think. Yeah. Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah. In the sort of laughingly sort of modern days, yeah, anybody should be able to do
yeah.
whatever they feel like and is legal.
And don't you think? I mean, I think it'd be a great way for those countries that still have monarchies um, to make their citizenry feel seen and heard more. That if any of them could marry into the family, you know what I'm saying? It's like a, it's something you can hope for. It's a wow. It's a, someday I might marry a prince
Yeah.
for real.
There's yeah. Say that. I suppose that chance is always there.
I'm just saying. I think to have that opportunity or to have that happen would be good. It would make, like I said, I mean, can you imagine? It would how it would make regular people see their royals
Yeah, and I wouldn't object if they actually made it a
a thing?
requirement that they did marry a commoner.
Oh, that's another thing. I didn't even go that far. Why do you think it should be a requirement, though?
Well, it's likely to do the gene pool of the royal family a
Yeah,
world of good.
open it up, let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, how do you think it's really that bad still in there? Like, are they still
Um,
that inbred? And how many generations
I,
back?
I suspect it's not as bad as some
It's
people
loosened
think,
up.
but I do think that an awful lot of the various royal families in the European arena are not that distantly related in
Well,
down a
like
couple of
Lady
generations.
Di. I don't think there was any relation there, right?
Um, I,
Because
I
they were prominent. They weren't up at the
her
same level, right?
well, no, because they're not in the direct line of the monarchy. But her father was an earl, I believe.
Okay.
Not sure how distantly removed, if
So was there a time where
attached.
they only married those in direct line of the monarchy?
Yeah, because at some stage,
That's
basically,
really
marriages
inbred.
were ways of stabilizing
Right.
inter-country relationships. Like, yeah, I won't attack your country because you've married my daughter.
Yeah, so that way, that brings a new gene pool in, doesn't it?
Um, to a degree, yes, but
Okay.
when you've got the same countries in the same place, not going anywhere,
Yeah.
the gene pool tends to stay the same, and only very slow influxes of new genetic material.
Hmm.
I mean, I think there
Well,
are a lot of people who would like to make the worst of it and say, I mean, they're all within a gnat's breadth of being sort of first cousins and or sister wives or what have you. They're not quite that bad.
wow.
Some I think in the past probably have been, but
Oh,
not of late.
yeah, that's a bit crazy. But yeah, I would hazard to guess that the last two, three generations hasn't been that bad, right? At
Um,
least
yeah, I think
they
I
opened up
think
a
they're
little bit.
I think they're beginning to appreciate uh,
Variety.
the I hate the expression the optics of it. Basically, the
Yeah.
people realizing what they're doing,
Yeah.
um, and it's getting a bit the information's getting a bit wider spread.
Like you
Um,
don't want two-headed viscounts and shit.
yeah, Viscount.
Whatever. I was
Bollywood.
so proud I even knew in the region of that word.
Yeah, I'm intolerably impressed. Um, Bollywood says the last Tsar looked exactly like George V. They were first cousins.
Oh, okay, thank you. Did you know
Yeah.
that the Tsar, even like in like Tsar Nicholas and shit, they had tattoos? Tattoos were big even back then. Yep.
Um, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I saw a documentary about it.
Right.
Um,
Hi,
yeah.
Juggernaut Garrett.
And back then, like instead of like white trash having tattoos, only the nobility did because they could afford it.
Right. Um, Taipan says that's why the Prince of Denmark married an Australian girl,
Right, and
and
the
I
king
thought that
of
was just
Holland
because he wanted to go down under.
married. I think she's from Brazil, if not Argentina.
Right.
I'm not sure. Maxima, I don't wherever she's from.
Yeah.
I like her.
Uh, yeah. K-Rab.
Brazil? Can we not do the
Uh,
nasty jokes?
mhm,
Don't be Tony. What were you
no,
saying?
yeah. K-Rab says Charles and Diana were the first generation to bring in new blood.
Oh, good for them.
Hmm. So
Good
the
for them.
generation before that would have been presumably Elizabeth and Philip.
Yeah.
Philip was of Greek extraction, but possibly related in some
So
distant
like
fashion. Uh,
Philip, was he married to Elizabeth or just
uh, what, Prince Philip, Duke of
yeah,
Edinburgh? Yeah,
yeah.
married.
Okay. Cuz growing up I never really understood nor followed your royals, right?
Hmm.
And I did not understand why if she was married he wouldn't be king. I know now.
It's very strange,
Yeah,
but
but
yes,
good for her,
yeah.
you know.
Um, is the reason you know the same as mine? I wonder. Well, the reason I think it is
What?
um, because she is actually the reigning monarch as queen.
Right. Yeah.
So her consort cannot be a king because a king notionally outranks a queen.
Right. And he wasn't born into it. He married
Yeah,
into it. So,
yeah,
and I like that. I like that in your country, a woman can rise to the highest.
yeah,
You know.
and has done so a few
Yeah, a
times.
lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good for her. Good for them. And they've been some of your most oh my god.
Some of our most,
Some of your best monarchs have been the
yeah,
queens.
yeah. Elizabeth I,
Mhm.
whilst some of her reign was a bit sort of bloody and stuff like that, uh, for England at least, she was a good monarch. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think the Spanish or French might have agreed fully, but
Yeah,
in
but we're
English
just
was good.
talking about for
Yeah.
her country. She
Mm,
did well.
yeah.
What about Victoria?
Uh, yeah. Well, again, I don't know how much she had to do with the times, but if you think about what happened during her reign, the Industrial
Mhm.
Revolution and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and she oversaw that, I don't know how much she could have, let's say, engineered, but that would have been a horrible pun. I don't know how
But
much
she
she could
could
have
have
sort of
held it back.
organised.
She could have held it
I
back.
entirely
Absolutely.
possibly she might well have been able to hold it back, but
Yeah. So, God bless her.
hmm,
I'm just saying, good for the women.
yeah. Hi, NA, and hello, Mindy. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Irish
But
has got the hots for Kate.
Kate who?
I imagine that would be Kate, Duchess of Thingy, who married William.
Oh shit. Oh no. What happened?
What?
Nothing.
You broken something?
Oh, I thought she meant like Blanchette because we were talking about. Didn't she
Oh no, no.
play a queen?
Um, um, I, oh, I can't remember her name. Kate Middleton. Thank you, Cat Girl. Um, she married. Um, was it William
Hmm.
or somebody?
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Okay then.
Do
This is not royal
we
talk.
want to get to Chris Rock?
Yeah, I would like to. I'd like to get my coffee first though. So talk to them for about something nonsensical for a minute. You're good at that.
Um, ah, I have been
Remind them to
requested
like, share,
to.
subscribe.
Yes, I've been requested to talk about something nonsensical. So here we
Support
go.
the channel.
I have known AMG for quite a while now. Just waiting for the shriek of outrage from that one. Never mind. Okay, not going to happen. Um, yeah. If you could do all the usual supporting of the channel type things, if you haven't already, doing things like hitting the like button, um, subscribing if you're not, And if you are subscribed, make sure the notification bell is turned on so you can be alerted when you need to run away from your computer and avoid us. That'd be good. And obviously, um, if you want to be an absolute angel of mercy, um, to support AMG and the channel by uh, a small donation. The links are now in the description for the PayPal and Cash App type stuff. Thank you, Taipan. He's hit the like and subscribed, or at least done two of the things. Nightwolf Wrestling. That's fairly nonsensical, but we had a long discussion about that earlier, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole again. Not for love nor money. I don't know, K-Rab. Kate may well now be Princess of Wales. I I lose track and interest over the royal family quite a lot. Um, I have no major objection to them as royals. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a royalist. I suspect people's respect for the royal family is going to dwindle over the years as people get over the fact that any replacement isn't going to be Elizabeth II or like her. But we'll just see how things go. It can take quite a while for traditions and stuff like that in this country to change or be overturned. So
What are we talking about?
I think it'll take a while for any fundamental differences to
What are we talking about?
the royal family.
Let's stop talking about the royal family. So talk about something.
Absolutely.
The royal
Yeah.
family. No, just saying. We stopped talking about the royal family.
Yep.
I went to go get coffee. What are we talking about? The royal family.
Yep.
You Brits.
Yep. Okay, NA.
What up?
Sorry your job is soul crushing and that you've got to get back to it, but
What? No, don't leave. No, I'm kidding. Your job is something you're very good at. He does restoring work. He restores
right.
pieces of furniture and stuff. He's great.
I thought you said you restored pizzas for a moment, but
You're weird.
indeed. Hi, Christine. How are we doing?
I'm glad you came though, Nana. Thank you, hon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what this poll looks like. Interesting. I'm surprised not more people saw it. Being Chris Rock.
Hmm. Happy unbirthday, Rodent of Anger. I haven't seen you for a long time,
Oh,
and I think I was only talking about you or mentioning you yesterday or the day before.
I don't know. Oh yeah, with the birthday thing.
Oh,
There's a thing,
Taipan,
yeah.
um, Avenger for 13 months says this shows how long AMG has been around when I get a milestone chat.
Oh wow. So here's my plan. I'm going to talk about what led up the original event. We'll talk about what how we feel about it, and I'll show what he said. He finally said, because like after a year of silence on his part, he responded, and
Hmm.
we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah,
As we all
I'm
know, what?
sorry. Carry on.
No, what?
I was about to say I assume everybody knows what the
Yeah,
initiating
we're gonna talk
thing
about
was.
that. Like I said,
Yeah.
do you ever listen to me? Seriously, you're right here.
Sorry,
You're the person I'm talking to.
I've got this faint buzzing in my ears.
Hmm. Anyway, so it kind of started before the Oscars with the Red Table Talks. We all know that.
No, I didn't know what they were either.
It's when Jada's acting jobs had dried up a little bit and she was bored, so she said, "Let's air all our dirty laundry in public. And so she did. And she announced to the world, and well, she had her husband sit down with her, and as she announced to the world, and him, and he knew already though, that she had had an affair with one of her son's friends. So yeah, um, I'm not gonna make a joke because Chris Rock makes a better one than I would
Mhm.
about it. Um, and from that moment forward, we saw Jada for who she was. We already did, those of us who knew, but the world saw Jada for who what she is. She's definitely wearing the pants in that family. We knew that. Um, and she's manipulative. She's predatorial. She's narcissistic. She's just not a good person. And I think she married him for his name, really. Uh, I think she's opportunistic. So her excuse for having this affair, entanglement as she called it,
Mm,
was
good word.
she didn't feel good. She's saying to her husband, "You didn't make me feel good. You weren't enough," basically. So she dated a boy, her son's friend. I'm not saying he was 12 or anything. Um, I'm hoping he's over 18. I don't know, quite frankly. But she did. There's pictures of her out with him, so I'm guessing over 18. Um, but still not appropriate at all. And it was like,
Uh,
can you imagine that? Hey,
well, hang on a minute.
mom, meet Justin, my friend. Oh, hi, Justin. Hey, do you have a girlfriend?
It doesn't matter the age so much, but
No, it's just
she, she,
inappropriate.
she's married. Of course, it's
And
bloody
it's her
inappropriate.
son's friend. Even if she wasn't married, it's her son's friend.
Yeah,
Don't care. It's her son's
yeah,
friend. No matter how old she is or and how old her son is, if
mm,
she's single, it's still wrong.
yeah. It's
It's
not a good look,
disgusting.
is it? Right.
So,
Irish Stubborn, member between 4 months, a mutant says 2 years. Woohoo! Hee hee.
yay. So, does this help you read? Yeah, media. The caps help me read.
Mhm,
My eyes are fading because of diabetes. For those who don't know.
mhm,
So yeah, this was it. Um, from that point on, the world saw not only her for what she was, but they saw Will Smith from Men in Black, Wild Wild West, you know, Will motherfucking Smith, bad boy Will Smith. They saw him
mhm.
as a bitch, a cuck, quite
Yeah,
frankly.
it,
Um,
it didn't do his street cred any good
oh
whatsoever.
hell no, that's just. Mm. And the way he sat there on that interview, like he on that, what was it? The table talk, whatever you want to call
I,
it,
I
listening
don't
to
know.
his wife regale the world with the story of her affair.
Hmm,
He tried to make jokes. It was so sad. I felt so bad for him. He's like, I'm gonna strip out my baby no matter what. Like he tried to make jokes. He tried to make it funny. He couldn't. You can't make that
yeah.
funny. How pathetic you look in that moment. You can't make it funny.
Um, I,
But
it's sort of vaguely related to something I asked, well, mentioned to you earlier. If that was indeed unscripted, which
It was.
I, I would like to think it was because yeah,
It
would
was.
you
Go ahead.
really want to go into something where your wife says she's been unfaithful to
No,
you?
he knew she was going to talk about it,
Yeah.
but
Ah,
it was
okay,
unscripted.
right, okay.
Go ahead.
Um, it sort of semi deflates my point because I mean, if you know that is going to be broadcast, why would you say, yeah, okay,
Because she
that's
wears the pants in the family.
that's
We gotta talk about this. This is important to talk about. Okay. That's basically what happened.
yes.
We told everybody we'd be absolutely honest on our red table talk, so we gotta do this. Okay, honey. Yes, dear. That kind
Yeah,
of thing.
well, the honesty thing, yeah, maybe, yeah, I wouldn't say honesty is overrated, but honesty has its place.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
nobody should talk about that kind of shit in public.
yeah,
Most of the shit she talked about on that show, nobody should talk about in public. I don't understand what she thinks she's helping, but there's certain things that you don't need. Look, you can help people through their bad times without talking about all your bad times and making them public.
mm,
Your children's bad times, struggles you've been through in your marriage. Nobody
yeah,
needs to know that shit. They, people used to keep that shit behind closed doors.
yeah. K-Rab says the open marriage thing was her idea too, and
Absolutely, it was.
you could always tell he didn't like it.
He never really got with anybody. She did though.
Mm.
She was a busy little beaver. Oh shit. Moving on. So this is where it really started. You know, and some would say I saw one video about this said his Joker origin story started there. Like Joker
Mm,
is in the Batman's Joker.
yeah,
His mind started twisting. Like he was not the same Will Smith. She cut his legs out from under him,
yeah,
and his anger. He started getting angrier, and that's when you also heard in the news, in gossip columns and stuff, the guy who once was very friendly to people, very affable, he was doing some extra. Like he wasn't as nice to people who walked up to him in the street and stuff, saw him places. He wasn't. Oh, yeah. He wasn't the Fresh Prince type dude anymore. He was sort of like kind of a dick sometimes, depending on the mood you found him in. He just wasn't the same guy anymore. And I'm sure because a lot of people were going bitch to him. People were calling him out. Other rappers were calling him out, making fun of him, dissing him. You know, just podcasts were doing it. New like
yeah.
gossip columnists were doing it. Articles. Everybody was saying, "Wow, he's a cuck." Does he sit in the
Yeah,
corner
well,
and watch?
I'm not, yeah, particularly up on the rap culture, and I don't know how deeply within the rap culture Will Smith
He's a
is or
rapper,
was and what
so
have you. I mean, I
he
know he was, but
still is.
I wouldn't put him as deep in the rap culture as
Stop there
some.
because you don't know anything about the rap culture.
Yeah,
So there you go.
um, but as far as I'm aware, most of the rap culture revolves around yeah slapping your bitch around and
No, that's not
doing this.
true. First of all, that's not true. So let's not go there.
Okay,
That there's a certain kind of rap that does, yes, but there's other kinds of rap. Will Smith never talked about that.
right.
So different kind of rap does different kind of shit. Does rap a lot? Yeah, but not all.
Okay.
So we can't say most even. I really
Well,
wouldn't even say most.
I
There,
would think
like,
that is a good thing.
yeah. I just don't. I don't want to say that
Mhm.
because I like a lot of rap, and it's not all about it.
Right.
None of the rap I listen to is actually. Will didn't do gangster rap. No, he didn't do gangster rap, which is the type of rap Simon thought
Right.
every rap was.
I didn't think every rap was like that.
Okay,
but
a
I
lot.
thought quite a few was
Yeah, it's
the
not.
the core principles of it. But
No. So just like rock and roll is not all about Satan, right?
never was.
There you go.
Um,
Rap
but
was
we,
started
we,
out
we,
as
we're,
something,
squ- we're
about
squirreling.
good time partying. You know,
Mhm.
not about that.
Yeah,
Master G was about, you know, pretty much kind of like celebrate good time. Who they?
we're, um, I know the song and I hate it. Um,
But it's sort of like that only rap form.
yeah,
It was a lot of partying stuff,
yeah.
and then it got into everything.
We're squirreling.
Anyhow, no, we're not. You
Yes, we are.
wanted to talk about rap for a second.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
correcting you,
Okay.
and I can do that if I want.
Mhm.
So from there, we saw a difference in Will. He was angrier, and Chris Rock named this special "Selective Outrage" because of people practicing selective outrage. One example he gives is some people will listen to Michael Jackson records, but not R. Kelly. Talk shit about Michael Jackson, but not R. Kelly, or talk shit about R. Kelly, but not Michael Jackson. That kind of thing. So selective outrage. And he says Will Smith practices that. You know, I n- let's fast forward to the Oscars. I never thought Chris did anything wrong. He didn't know about her alopecia. Why would he? I didn't know about it. I thought she had a short haircut, like a lot of women did. She looked good in it. Why not? If I could look good, that good in short hair, I would. I'd rock that shit. So he made a joke. He made a joke that wasn't derogatory. He he said she looked like she could be the next G.I. Jane, who was Demi Moore, guys, a beautiful woman. What the fuck is bad about that? And Will laughed. He was laughing at first until he looked at Jada, and she wasn't laughing. She had that look, the resting bitch face that she does have. She had it even worse. She had that scowl that I just ate lemon with salt on it. And that's when oops, I gotta be angry. And he did what he did. Slap felt around the world. And I'm proud. I don't know. Chris handled it like I guess anybody would. Like he thought it was. I thought it was a joke. Didn't you think it was a joke when you saw it? Like when you saw him walking on stage, even when he sat down and screamed the first time, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." I thought that was still part of the joke. Because sometimes he
I
feigns being angry and it's funny. But then he said it
um
again, and I was like, oh shit, this is not funny.
in the context, I didn't think it was a very awkward situation all round. As I've said to you before, I don't think it was the world's best quip to make by Chris Rock.
I thought it was funny.
Um, I can see the honest amusement part of it. I
And there
can.
was nothing derogatory about it. You gotta at least
Um,
admit that.
okay, which presupposes a few things which I don't think a lot of people are bearing in mind. I mean, it's very easy to say nobody knew, but I have also heard that a
I
lot
didn't
of
say
people knew.
nobody knew. I did not say nobody knew. I
Yeah,
said he didn't know. She talked about it publicly, but she wasn't campaigning about it. It wasn't There wasn't
I
breaking news stories about it. If you
yeah
followed her, you might know. But not nobody did. Why would anybody?
I mean, again, it's one of those things where I don't know whether. the truth will be known or not. But I'm guessing from her reaction, she thought it was a personal slight,
It
which
was. She's never been a
which
nice person. Why
which
not?
would be reinforced if she thought that Chris Rock knew.
Look,
I mean, I'm
I forgot one thing. She did the first time he was offered the Oscars. Will Smith was not nominated for a movie he did called Concussion, and she called for a boycott of the Oscars because of it. And she said publicly, Chris Rock should quit his job oh, for hosting the Oscars because Will Smith didn't get why? He had a well-paying gig hosting one of the biggest shows of the year. Why should he quit? Because your husband didn't get nominated? What has your husband ever done for him?
Yeah, I mean that I have absolutely no qualms about
That was
ignoring the
ridiculous.
stupid woman because that's absolutely pathetic. Um,
And he made jokes about it that night. So they were not friends.
yeah,
She's never cared about what anybody did or said before. Why now?
again,
Because she
unless
was
she
there?
actually unless she actually tells anybody, I
How
don't think
dare.
anybody is going to know. Um,
So I
I
don't give a fuck.
I think she probably instigated it.
Here's the thing though. She was front row center.
Yeah,
He made a joke. Live with it, bitch. Really.
yeah,
People. It's like those people who can't stand comedy. She takes herself too seriously,
yeah.
quite frankly.
I suspect
Hmm.
that I don't like making suppositions, but I would suspect that she just wanted to get a bit of attention. She didn't actually
I
think that
don't
he
know.
was going to go and slap Will Smith was going to then slap Chris Rock. I think she thought that um, he would just basically get on his back legs and
Can
say
you?
something.
Yeah. Let's see. She constantly lies. Tells the one. What?
Tells the one
Can you highlight it in
I
streams?
have.
Okay.
She constantly lies. Tells the one
Paparazzi.
prophecy where uh, where when and where
Oh.
she'll be. Demands paid protection if she goes to the UK.
I don't see it
Made a
highlighted.
false police report saying someone was breaking into their
I don't
house.
see it come up on screen.
It's there.
It's not on screen, so
Yes, it is.
I'm watching us on YouTube. It doesn't come up.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, I didn't see it come up
There
on
might be a lag.
5 minutes. All right. Well, sorry, Simon, but I will.
She's with AMG in this one. Also, where was security when Will went on stage and slapped Chris?
That was weird, wasn't it? No security. Well, because it was Will Smith, obviously,
Well,
right?
again, with I don't want to say with that class of people, but yeah, with celebrities, you would not expect them to
No,
get
I don't
into that
know.
sort of situation.
I don't
So
know. If it
security may
was
have been a bit
a different
lax.
situation, it would have been. If Chris Rock was white, it might have been too. If it was
No,
somebody other than Will Smith,
sorry,
it
don't
might
pull
have
that
been.
card on me. No, no,
You
no.
don't live here, you don't know. Just
Nah.
like you didn't understand that joke. Um. Okay, thank you. I didn't see it. I'm glad you guys did.
Mhm.
Well, now I see it, but I saw the other one first. That's weird.
Huh,
Anyways,
weird.
so now we get to the special. Um, all this time, Chris has said nothing, and I think, yeah, he was biding his time. He was thinking, how am I going to answer this? Now, in the meantime, Will went on his YouTube channel and made an apology, which was weak as fuck, and ended it with like, "I'm here if you ever want to talk about it." That's weak. And he got Did he get banned from the Oscars? I can't remember. If
Don't
you
know.
guys know, let me know. The Oscars said he couldn't come for like a year or two.
Yeah,
I
you
don't think he had
mentioned.
to give his Oscar back though either.
Yeah, you mentioning it makes me remember something about it, but
Something
that
like
could
that,
be
yeah.
auto suggestion.
So I'm gonna play some of his set. I slowed it down a little. Let's hope that keeps me from getting taken down.
Ooh. Um, Christine says, yeah, 10 years. Banned for the Oscar for
Wow.
10 years.
Okay. It doesn't mean he can't be nominated though. So
Yeah.
he still got that.
Although I suspect it will be unlikely, shall we say?
No, if he does a good enough job, I'm sure they'll vote for him. But he
Bet they
just
won't.
can't go pick it up. So let's see.
Yes, and Catgirl and Rodent of Anger, you're both right. I think as are a couple of other people. Irish Dublin, basically, his status should not have precluded him from being arrested for assault.
No, I don't think so either. All right, guys. So as I said, let's try this.
And be thankful this is right at the end.
No, no, no. Women got the power. And by the way,
Wait,
that
let
is
me
not
get
a
this.
Jay-Z diss. Yeah, go. Fucking don't need that smoke. I'm like, The Rock, The Rock. I do not need the smoke. Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith. Everybody knows. Everybody
Sorry,
fucking
quick interrupt. I don't understand that reference to Sugar
Suge
Smith.
Knight. Suge Knight is a producer and the type of guy that would slap you. He's
Oh, okay.
he's said to be involved with the Tupac thing.
Right. Okay. I naively assumed it was a reference to somebody like Sugar Ray Leonard,
No,
boxer.
no.
Okay.
knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Fucking last week, I got smacked in the fucking Oscars by this motherfucker. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got Summertime ringing in my ear.
That's a Will Smith song.
I assumed it might be.
Fucking drums, please. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. You will never see it.
Will did.
Never gonna happen. I couldn't believe it, and I love Men in Black. No. It's never gonna happen. No. Fuck that shit. I took that hit like Pacquiao, motherfucker.
He did. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I want to show you, but I don't want to get killed over it.
If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater.
Yeah, he's just saying that Will's bigger than him.
Yeah. And
Will
Will
Smith
always
played
has his shirt
Muhammad
off.
Ali
He doesn't.
in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. Pookie, motherfucker. I played a piece of corn in Pootie Tang. Shit, even in animation, this motherfucker's bigger. I'm a zebra, he's a shark. What the fuck, man? But, Will Smith practices selective outrage. Practices selective outrage. Because
And
everybody
this brings
knows
us
what the
back to
fuck
how this
happened.
starts.
Everybody that
Right.
really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't.
Right. Like we said, selective outrage.
Yeah.
When somebody can do something and it's fine, but somebody else does it, somebody maybe you don't like, and cancel them.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. There, here we go.
Didn't have any entanglements.
Call back to Jada.
I did not have any entanglement. And then for people that don't know, and everybody know, Wilson and his wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel?
I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. That's just funny. And he's got a point.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking point, guys. Irish is saying if she was Chris Rock, there would have been a fight on stage. Yeah, but I
Yes.
think he did it right. I really do. I'm proud of the way he's done it. And after this, I'll tell you why. Like, I just think he walks away with looking like the one with class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He won. If you ask me, he won. He walked away. He took the high road. He didn't get down in the dirt and fight, and that means so much more.
Yeah.
Got no dirt on him. All right, let's see. Back to the funny. Where was I? Oh shit! All right, there we go.
Why the fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He ain't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch.
Yep, they did.
Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and the View, and the Talk, and every rapper, and the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch.
Does anybody know who the Drink Champs is?
Would it surprise you if I told you I did?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
Hi, Joshua.
Everybody
Yeah.
called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch.
Notice how many times he's calling him a bitch, making
Yeah.
sure he really pushes really pushes the point. Everybody called him a bitch.
This is one of the things, one of the very many things that I don't like about Chris Rock. He's very repetitive.
No, he's doing this for a reason, though. There's a reason.
Rodent of Anger. I'm assuming it's a different Charlemagne to the Holy Roman Emperor who uses such language.
You guys are just. Mm-mm.
Well, I don't know who's referred to by Charlemagne.
It's.
I mean, the only Charlemagne I
think it's
know
funny.
is
I don't think it's funny. I don't think when you guys. Forget it.
No, who is he? I'm curious.
He's a rapper,
Okay.
obviously.
I don't know.
Okay, well, obviously he's not talking about the Holy Roman Emperor.
I know, but so therefore I didn't know who he was talking about.
Well, deductive reasoning.
Yeah. Not the Holy Roman
Everybody.
Emperor.
Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. Shit, 50 Cent called him a bitch. He ain't hit 50.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
A nigga he know he could beat. That is some bitch ass shit. That's what the fuck happened, okay? The fuck out of here, man. The fuck? What the fuck? I do nothing to this motherfucker, okay? His whatever. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the.
All right, I'm gonna pass this a little bit because we talked about this.
My whole life, I love this nigga. I saw him open up for Run DMC at
Yeah.
the Nassau Coliseum. These niggas made brand new funk. I love this nigga. He made some great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? Hit him again, Massa. Hit him again. You missed the spot, Massa.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I think he's funny. I like Chris Rock.
You missed the spot. And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. Okay? I got parents. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
And that's that. Mic drop. What'd you think?
I think it was a contrived, forced mic drop. That wasn't really a mic drop, but
It was a mic drop.
nah, not so much.
He made
I
his
don't
point, and that's it. And I think
Yeah,
he did it well.
basically, basically he did that to drive and drill the point he was making home, which didn't
Of course
really need
he
it.
did. That's what a mic drop is. Jeez.
I know, but I don't. Well, I don't like the final point he made.
It's a joke. Oh my
don't-
God.
I still don't see why it's a joke.
A, you're anal. B, you don't live in America. The race thing over there is different. Here, we can laugh about it now, hopefully, if you're civilized. And he made a valid joke about it. What the hell's going on? Did I
Not
just
fair. What?
rewind? Oh. Nothing. I rewound by mistake on my...
Okay.
Fine, it's not for you. You don't think it's funny, whatever.
No, I don't.
But
But-
I think he's funny as fuck. And I thought he did great. I
He
think...
he has good moments with his humor, but
Whatever.
most of his stuff I don't find that funny. And I honestly, I'm not just saying this to be annoying or what have you, but that last line of his,
It was funny.
how, why, what
You're
is
too
funny about that?
sensitive. Maybe you're just too sensitive. I don't know. I think it was funny. Think
Okay,
about
take
it,
a
okay?
moment.
Think about... if you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. And I have to explain it to you so it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, because it's not funny. I don't. I really
You
and truly
don't think it's
see
funny.
that-
You don't find it's funny, but you don't understand the humor either. Like,
the-
I don't think Monty Python's funny in the least.
I say the two go hand in hand. Not finding it funny and not understanding the
Right.
humor in it.
I don't find Monty Python funny in the least. I don't find a lot of John Cleese funny in the least.
I would tend to
A Fish
concur
Called
with
Wanda,
you.
whatever. I don't find it
Although
funny.
I probably find more of it funny
Mr.
than you do.
Bean, I do not find funny.
No, nor do I.
There you go. I don't find a lot of stuff over there funny. But it's not for me, is it?
It's for anybody who wants to watch it.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
not
admittedly, it is
written for
aimed at more
people. Right.
a UK sense of humor.
And I just don't find it funny. I could sit there and nitpick it all as people are watching it, but I'd rather not. Let other people enjoy it. I'm not gonna say, well, I don't find that particular thing they said not funny. Explain to me why it's funny. I'm not gonna do that.
okay. I mean,
I'm
there
glad
are.
you like Monty Python
Hmm,
Irish.
I mean,
A lot of people do.
there are times when I appreciate it when people do explain things to me
And I just
because
can't explain
I
that one to you, hon.
because
I
I
can't.
don't
And I
have
try.
the context
And
to
I
understand
tried.
why it's humorous.
When we watched it originally, I tried to explain it to you.
Uh,
And I don't know how to explain it to you any other way than the racial thing's different here. And yeah, m- when white people see black people fight, they get anxious. That's it. That's the joke. You don't want them to
uh,
get anxious and call 911 or something. That's what he's saying. You don't fight in front of
right.
white people. But for me to put that all out there is just, I don't like, I don't under,
I think Joshua has hit
well, I
the
can't read it.
nail on the head. You both have different perspectives, and that's
Get
okay.
it out, really? That's what we call this. Different perspectives. Get it? He gets
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
premise.
yes.
Thank you.
Now, I will tell you that what you've just said about not wanting to fight in front of white people because you'll make them nervous and they'll call the police and play. That is what I thought he meant, and I still
Okay.
do not find that funny.
All right. Well, that's on you.
Yeah, apparently so.
I don't know. I can't make you find it funny, and just don't understand why it's so important that you don't. I wanted to talk more about how he handled it,
He, um,
not about his jokes.
hmm,
His comedy is completely secondary to the fact that waiting a whole year. Think about what he did to
um,
deliver his. Let me
yeah, yeah,
what Chris Rock to deliver his response, that the response everybody's been waiting for, was to make everybody wait, prepare a year for it. Like, really think about the best way to deliver this shit, right? He wrote a comedy routine around the one bit. That whole thing was written around it. Then, because he knew what he had, he was able to get the first ever live Netflix special. He got paid for that shit, guys. Big time.
hmm,
He's parlayed what could be a humiliating moment for most people and the end into something huge for himself. Looked classier, walks away the bigger man. He wins big time, every way, shape, and form. He wins in this. And most importantly, he's not stuck with Jada. I think that's
yeah.
the biggest win.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Ancito.
yeah. Hi, Incident. I mean, the fact that Will Smith has taken Jada off the table for everybody else, I think, really good move.
He took a big bullet for all of us.
Yes, he took one for the team, as they say.
You know, and I think that's the point that I think is most important about
Yeah.
this.
Um.
Not who anybody's humor, and if we find somebody funny or not.
Yeah.
How he handled it, and Chris Rock handled it like a motherfucking G.
Could I play devil's advocate?
Good.
I'm not saying this is actually my opinion.
Well, I don't
I'll
care then.
preface that. But what came first, his material or the Netflix live special?
What?
And um,
His material, obviously. He's been waiting a year to do this.
yeah,
Netflix
and
came to him, probably came to him. Like, I'm just playing devil's advocate now.
yeah,
Netflix probably came to him and said, "Look, it's been a year. You haven't said anything. Let's do a live special, first ever, and you can have your moment. We'll give you 50 million for it." Because like a regular Netflix special, somebody like him can pull in 15 million.
yeah.
He got
Um,
he won in every way possible.
Yeah, if I say playing devil's advocate and being cynical, I wonder how much satisfaction he got for basically using this live performance as the able to basically poke Will Smith very, very, very publicly
Well, you
and
know,
get paid for it.
Will watched it.
Sorry?
Will and Jada had to be watching. They had to.
Yeah. I mean, so
If they had any class, they would have showed up for the live show.
um uh, yeah, that would be an interesting one. I think potentially that Mr. Rock, very rightly, is very peeved that he got slapped at the instigation of
Of
somebody
course.
else about a quasi innocent quip. So I think this, it was definitely a revenge best served cold type thing,
Of course.
and it just so happens that I say timing I don't know, but Netflix just happened to give him the platform to do it very publicly, very expensively for payment of
It was
Chris Rock.
never going to happen any other way.
Yeah,
Never.
so it was definitely payback.
Yeah,
And
and he had every
and
right to do it.
yeah, and on that I would knock him down a class or two for.
Why? He could have just gone on Oprah or something and said, Will Smith's a bitch.
Or he
No,
could have
he
just
did it in his way. He got his point across, and he did it while giving people a nice show. I
Yeah.
think he did a great
I-
job. There's nothing. I don't find any flaws in the way he
Yeah.
handled things.
or he could have just
And I
kept
think
quiet
waiting
about
a
it.
year was beautiful. I
I
think it
mean,
was
if you're going to
beautiful.
do it like that, what he did was okay. But I personally
What would you have
wouldn't
done?
have.
Just let bygones be bygones and shit,
I
and gone on with your life?
I
No.
I just would have crossed Will Smith and family off my non-existent Christmas card list.
That's not how public relations works. That's not how celebrity works, Simon.
I don't care. I hate
There you
celebrity.
go. That's why you're not a celebrity.
I think there are some other pretty fundamental reasons why not, but
No, I'm
that's
just
one of them.
saying. If you wanted to be an actor, you'd care. You care about IT stuff because that's what you're interested in.
I care about some IT stuff, but yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
valid-ish
God,
point. I
forget
mean,
it.
it's,
You can
the-
never
the-
you can never agree. You always have to disagree with me.
I agree. I
No.
really don't fall into the cult of celebrity type malarkey.
And that's
Um,
why you just don't get it.
Yeah.
He had to say something. Sooner or later, he had to address the situation. There's no way not to. And he did
Um,
it in the best way possible.
right. Juggernaut, I'm not sure of your indefinite articles. You say he's crotchety, he's mean, he's predictable and boring. Apparently that's
I'm sorry,
USA Today when talking about the special. Do you mean Chris Rock or do you mean Will Smith?
Go to Type Fans comment. I disagree
What?
completely.
A bigger man would have walked away and forgotten about it.
Yeah, highlight
Yeah,
that one.
that's sort
No,
of leaning
not in the
to
culture. You gotta take into consideration the culture they're in, the type of business they're in. He could have fought that night. He could have hit back in all kinds of ways. The way he did it was classy. You guys just don't want to give it to him because you don't like him. That's your
it's-
problem.
It's not that at all.
Yeah, it is. You just don't like him, so you can't, and you don't understand the culture at all. You've
Which
gotta
I
say
must
that.
admit is something I'm particularly happy about.
See, that I really hate when you say things like that. That
What,
makes you
not-
sound like you think you're so much better.
No, I just don't have
Yeah,
an
you
interest
do.
in that cult of celebrity. Why should I be better than anybody else because I've sung a song or I've starred in a film?
Nobody's saying why. See, you're projecting right now. Nobody said they were better. They didn't say they were better. You're saying celebrities think they're better than us. Who
Well, isn't that
that's
what
how
the
you're
culture?
coming across, Simon. That you think you're
What?
better than them.
No.
When I'm glad I don't understand their culture. That sounds really derogatory. Like
No,
you're
I'm
above
saying
them.
I don't understand the cult of celebrity where people are deemed to be better because they have
I
been
don't
in
think
films or
I
sung
find
songs
people be
or stuff.
celebrities and I don't think they're better than me.
Yeah,
More people know who
exactly.
they are. That's what celebrity is. More people know their names than mine. But there's talent involved in most of it.
Yeah, totally agreed.
And whether or not you enjoy Chris Rock, he's got talent. Millions of people think he's funny
Yeah,
or a
I
good
agree.
actor or whatever. And they know his name. He's a celebrity. That's
Yeah,
all. That's all. Not he's better than anybody
yeah,
or anything. Just he's known by more people. That's what celebrity is when I talk about celebrity. I
yeah.
don't think
But
anybody's
th-
better than me.
but then again, you were saying that he did it the best way because of how he and what he is and stuff like that,
No.
didn't you?
I said in his because he's a celebrity, because of the culture he's a part of, he had to respond. People have been waiting a year for this response. There's headlines everywhere. Chris Rock responds. Chris Rock has broken his silence.
Um, yeah. Sorry, but I'm
And talking about it, just
confused.
really just talking about it, is the best way to deal with it. Not launching back. He didn't sue him. He didn't press charges. He could have done those things, and he didn't. He didn't play the victim. I think
Sorry, he didn't have to play the victim. He was the victim.
you know what I'm talking about. Like he said, he didn't play the victim. He didn't go on Oprah. He didn't cry in front of everybody. Like, why are he doing?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Okay.
playing the victim, Simon.
Yeah.
Don't
But
be pedantic.
I'm not being pedantic. We were just
We
discussing he
know that
didn't.
he is the
He didn't.
victim, but he didn't play it.
Yeah. And then I was reacting to the he didn't sue him.
He
He didn't
didn't.
play the victim.
He
He
didn't play the victim either. Three things he didn't do: sue, press charges, play the victim. That's what I was saying.
right.
Yeah.
And trouble is, to my mind, those three are together.
Yeah.
He was the victim, and he could have sued.
He could
And
have sued. He could have pressed charges for assault.
I think in many respects he should have done.
Maybe he should have.
What would be wrong about him
He
suing him for
nothing.
assault?
But nothing and everything to me, quite frankly. Nothing as in it was his right. Everything as in A, he doesn't need the money. B, that would have just dragged on forever and would have caused so many more issues and dragged this whole thing out forever. And our country's way too litigious as it is, so it's good to see a celebrity not sue for once.
Um, it's also giving a really bad example.
No, it's not. No, it's not at
Yes, it
all.
is.
Uh-uh.
Sorry, somebody does something bad to me. They're a celebrity. I won't do anything about it. Sorry, that's a
That's
bad
not how
example.
it went. Why would you say that? What do you
Because
have
he
so
didn't
against
sue him.
celebrity that you keep reducing them to just that?
I'm not. But why?
He didn't feel it rose to the point where he needed to sue.
He was struck,
So what?
which is assault.
So what?
Okay, so where do you
Maybe
actually
he
think?
thinks what happened to him in the world's eyes, how he got reduced to what he had, Will Smith says, Was payment enough for Chris Rock? Being banned from the Oscars for 10 years. This, that, and the... Like, Will Smith is paying a price. He's paid a price. And maybe that was enough for him.
Hmm.
Punishment enough. We don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I maybe I think I see things in a bit more black and white.
How does the chat see it?
Um, they are thinking this is a dead horse. We should stop flogging it.
Well, that's what the show's about, so you can leave if you don't
Mhm.
like it.
And Juggernaut, it's basically something that I sort of agree with. He could have done a straightforward interview instead of a comedy special.
But why? Why? He's a comedian. Why don't you guys understand that? He's a comedian, so he gave people a nice show. I thought it was a good show. I did. One of his best? No. But it was funny. You know?
Um, Bits of it were, yes.
You didn't like... You don't like his humor, so... I
I
watched the whole thing, you didn't. And I thought it was
um
funny.
I saw bits of it and I thought some of it was funny. I mean, it's like
Alright.
a lot of comedy. I don't like it all. I like some.
That's, that's fine. He gave people a nice show. I don't
Um,
understand why would he give somebody else an interview? Go on their show when he could have his own and talk about it. Same thing. He's talking about how he feels. Only this way he gets his point across in humor. It's the way he chooses to communicate with the world. That's his art form. If he was a musician, he might have written a song about it. He did a comedy special, and I think that's great. What's Nancy saying?
um, or AMG, or look at it from our generation. Chris fucked around and found out, didn't he?
I don't think he knew about the
So,
alopecia.
I'd say there are. Well, I've heard it both ways. Heard that he did know and heard that he didn't know. So,
I'm going to take the man at his word. He said he didn't know. At this point, he's got no reason to lie. Because it's all out there.
hmm.
And even if he did, let's play devil's advocate. Even if he did, still no right to hit him.
Oh,
Still no
God no.
right. So, either way, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Jada's a bitch. He had no right to hit him.
I don't know. Well, she doesn't seem like the world's most delightful person. Um,
She's
Will Smith
horrible.
certainly had no excuse
At
to
best, she's a
hit
predator.
anybody.
At best, she's a cheating bitch. Selfish. Disloyal.
Yeah.
Everything I hate in a person. At worst, she's a predator. Her son's friend. Just say. On that, I'll leave it. What?
Taipan says, I gave up a morning of playing cards to listen to two friends argue.
We're not arguing. This is what this whole show is about, guys. Did you not get it? Different perspectives.
And I know you won't understand this as you don't like Monty Python, but is this the 5-minute argument or the full half hour?
He didn't know that's... Oh, yeah, he fucked around. He fucked all
Exactly.
the way around.
He didn't know that's what I meant by him finding out. Lesson learned. Don't talk about Jada's head no more.
Don't talk about Jada. She's irrelevant, really. Only Jada Pinkett Smith could get mad about being thought of in the same realm with Demi Moore. He was basically gonna call her beautiful.
Well, I think
Poor
that's
girl.
rather the point. She didn't take it that way, did she?
Because she's a bitch. A humorless bitch. And that's the nicest thing I can say about her.
Mm.
Just saying. So, if you guys didn't get it, like this whole premise of our show is we look at things differently because he's a British
Sensible.
dude that grew up completely different from me.
Yep, you can tell by the lack of boobs.
Don't be superficial about it. It's not funny. It's I mean, Simon. In my mind, if I'm not gonna like think about Simon and his life, I think of English countryside and poshness. No, no. I think of white sweaters and white shorts and a bicycle. Um,
Oh, please. You haven't seen my knees.
but no, like all right, white long pants. Um, he went to. Did you go to private schools ever?
No?
Okay. He went to boys' schools. No.
I went to a high school for boys,
Yeah.
yes, which turned into a co-ed sixth form college when I was in my fifth year.
But you had headmasters and shit like that, and
Well, yeah, doesn't every school?
we had a principal. It's
Well, same
different,
thing.
and you just you grew up differently than I did.
Yes, I think we
Completely.
can safely say that.
I grew up
Oh my God, we agree on something.
um, wrong side of the tracks, you might say, in different neighborhood than him. Definitely.
Hmm.
Um, I'd say I'm a lot more ethnic than he is, being Italian.
Um, I'm very
I
ethnic. I'm English.
yeah,
What?
mighty white of you. So it's just the American. I mean, it takes American versus British perspective and kind of turns it up to 11. Yet we're very much alike in that we have great conversations
We do.
and we agree on a lot of things.
Yep.
And
We often agree on things by getting to that agreement by different routes.
yeah, because of our perspectives. And I love that. I love that about our relationship.
Hmm.
And I thought we should really look at this and do the show about this because it's interesting and maybe we find more common ground. This time, not so much.
Yeah. Um,
I think we agree
thank.
about things in this situation, um, on the whole.
I think generally
We know that
we
Will is
do.
wrong.
I mean, there are grey areas,
Yeah.
but yeah. But
And a
thank you,
lot of the
Joshua.
time our differences are very funny. A lot of the
Um,
times.
dare I say, a lot of the differences are where the assumption of snippets of American culture that don't make it outside of the US borders,
Or
and
or the other way
which leave
around.
me, yeah, which leave either a sort of a bit flat-footed.
Like cricket. Fucking
Yeah.
cricket.
Uh, Joshua, yes, twice, but
What?
only visiting a friend.
What?
Did I go to a prestigious university? Durham University. Been there a couple of times to visit a friend,
Yeah.
but it was only a visit and I left.
Why don't you ask me if I've been to a prestigious university? I
Um,
lived in the area of Harvard, Yale, NYU. I
like,
mean, all of
like,
those were right around me.
yeah, like me, you went to the University of Life.
You don't know. You never asked me about my college, did you?
This is very true. I didn't.
Hmm. He's making assumptions, people.
Yep.
Now you're not gonna
And
know.
no, Irish, you really don't want to see my knees.
Knobby?
However,
Are they knobby
if it,
knees?
if we're going to share, Irish, do I really want to see your butt?
Wow. I bet you would.
I can
Knobby
neither,
or not?
I can
Come
neither
on, I
confirm.
asked you a question.
Sorry, what?
Knobby? Do you have knobby knees? Is that why?
I don't really have anything to compare them against, but I wouldn't have said so.
So why don't we want to see your knees?
I'm an Englishman and I don't share my knees with people.
They're knobby.
Then it's knobbly, by the way, not knobby.
No, they're
Knobbly.
knobby.
Yes, Anisito, there is a whole rainbow of colours out there, not just black and white. Um, and part of my problem is I do actually see that. I can normally see both sides of an argument, which makes it quite hard to come down on a deterministic thing.
Mm. Mm-mm. I don't like fence sitters. I really don't. More than anything, I don't like people who sit on a fence. Take a stand. Say what you mean, mean what you say. Take a stand. Um, what else? The 3 tenets of life.
Um,
What are they again?
Luciano Pavarotti.
Tenets, not tenors.
Sorry.
Stupid.
I'm so glad you got that because I was running out of names of tenors.
You said one! How could you run out after one?
Because I couldn't remember the
Oh,
names of any
wow.
others.
Alright.
Oh, thank God. There's one whose name begins with M, I think, but I could be wrong.
So, K-Rab thinks that seeing multiple sides doesn't make you fat. No, I didn't say that, honey. That's good. I do. I see both sides of arguments all the time, but I do come down on a side usually. I thought you had said that you don't because you do see all
Um,
sides. He did. He said that. Makes it hard to, he said. So that's why I
and
said that.
yeah, and Iris says that she's butt naked at the moment because it's cooler. I am so tempted to say pictures or it didn't happen, but I'm a gentleman, so I wouldn't.
She sent them, so that's why you won't.
And Joshua Lee says David Tennant. Could he be one of the 3 tenants?
Yeah. Uh,
And in the beginning, says Anisito, AMG invented the universities.
ah.
Joshua says Master has given Nobby a sock. Nobby is free.
You're stupid. Oh, this is so funny. If you've enjoyed this so far, give us a like, share,
And if you've enjoyed this so far,
subscribe,
why?
and you can, if if you want to show your support, links are in the description.
Indeed.
Any help would help.
Yep. Say blink twice if you want to give support.
What? What am I ignoring? I can't see a lot, and he's not reading anything to me.
Can't see anything about you ignoring anything. Oh, I asked, but AMG ignored it. What did you ask, Joshua? Okay, what university, AMG?
Oh no, it's too late now. Too late.
And Juggernaut has provided the names of the other tenors. Apart from Pavarotti, the Placido Domingo and Jose Carreras. So thank you. I'm sure there's one whose name had started with an M, but I could be wrong.
Well, he's going for the 3 tenors. It
Right.
was a special.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
That was quite a few years back, wasn't that?
Quite a few. But nah, seriously, I did go to UConn for a bit. I didn't finish though.
UConn?
University of Connecticut.
Oh,
It's a good school.
when you said
I
UConn,
was
I thought you meant YUKON.
no. I also was offered a scholarship to Pratt. It's an art
To
school.
where?
Art school
Oh,
called
okay.
Pratt. It's in New York. So
That's a reasonably unfortunate name for a school.
whatever.
Well, you're a talented artist, so I'm not surprised.
All right. So
Damn. Apparently, according to Irish, Kelly said hell no and no pictures.
good, good, Kelly. Good on you. Kelly's the level-headed one of the two.
Hmm. Um,
Tell Kelly I said hi, by the way.
indeed. Joshua, a random tidbit. Did you guys know there's an official Bob Ross YouTube channel?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I did.
I'm not sure I know who Bob Ross is. So,
He's that painter. I've told you this before.
okay.
He's a painter. He came out from Vietnam. Didn't want to be, aggro anymore. So he said he'd never raise his voice to anybody ever again. And then he became this painting teacher. Happy little trees.
Aha. Okay.
Happy accent. Let's put You're the creator of this world. Sorry.
No, that's right. Hi, Erin Rod.
Hey, Ariana. We're just wrapping it up.
And she echoes your happy little trees comment,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Erin Rod did it more tunefully.
Whatever. Oh, yeah. So,
Hi, Paracord Princess.
hey,
Uh,
Paracord. Well, yeah,
she
everybody
went
coming
to the
late.
University of Akron, but didn't graduate.
Yeah.
That's Ohio, Paracord Princess.
Yes.
Yay for geography lessons.
You could just ask me. I'm going to answer a lot faster than her.
Well, I sort of did ask openly, but now.
No. University of Akron, huh? I
According to
think I
Jason,
heard WKRP in Cincinnati. When you
Bob
said that.
Ross, I assume, didn't make any money for the TV spots. He gave it all
Nope.
away and relied on the
Mm-hmm.
teaching he offered.
Yep. He became a hippie when he came home.
Uh-huh.
He saw things in Vietnam, as many of our men did, and came back changed. Vietnam was hell. It was a new
Hmm.
kind of war that people weren't ready for, or nobody ever should be. It was up close and personal, and in the worst way.
Oh, good grief.
What
Hush,
now?
Juggernaut. At least we aren't talking about AMG's one time zone crackpot idea. It's something that I've thought about, but I don't think it would really work. Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have necessarily called it crackpot.
So,
Mhm.
I guess we should wrap it up. Um, um,
Yeah. Um,
oh, wait. Thank you, Arian Rod. I got a tip from Arian Rod. Um, let's see. I should do something, a little song and dance when I get a tip from somebody, but I don't want to hurt anybody. I should think of a little song for, thank you for the tip. Did you know what tip means?
Sorry, did I? No, what?
Do you know what tip or tips means? It means to ensure proper service. Tips.
Ah, okay. I didn't.
Yeah. There you go. A little tidbit for the tip.
Thank you.
Just a tip.
Do you know what allegedly and also incorrectly posh means?
I don't know. No, what?
Port out, starboard home.
That's not what posh means.
Correct. It's not, but a lot of people do
That's
believe it is.
directional, isn't it?
Yeah, it was for cruise ships, and on the way out, the port side of the ship got all the sunlight. On the way back, the starboard side did. So,
Uh, that's just weird. That's like saying MASH means
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
mansion, apartment, shack, house. It's a game.
Okay,
And yeah, why would I say that one when that's what it means?
I don't know.
We were talking about what it doesn't mean. So it
Hmm,
doesn't mean mansion, apartment, shack, house.
right,
He does not follow anything, this one.
indeed.
He just don't follow.
Yeah, Joshua, daylight saving needs to go.
Oh yeah, I'm still messed up
Mainly,
from it.
the fundamental reasons for it are
To make the
basically
calendar right.
in the past.
Yeah, but no. Because, like, now, how are we going to do the little adjustments so that we're not, you know, years ahead of where we're supposed to be on the calendar? Because there's adjustments. That's why we had them. So we can, you know, along with leap year. That's what.
No.
Because, like,
The
there's. Alright, there's a time. Like, there's chronological time, right? And then there's our calendar. Our calendar scoots us off by, a day every so often or more. We can't get it right.
yeah,
Like by saying we have 365 and a quarter days, it always changes. By the way, so
it's around about that. But
yeah,
daylight savings isn't to do with that.
it's not.
Yeah,
Damn it!
Be- because
Sounded good though, didn't it?
well, I was impressed, but sadly,
Yeah.
going
Not
forward
right.
and back an hour doesn't actually
Oh,
affect the number of hours in the day.
that sounded good.
The reason for it, ostensibly, was for school children going to school in
Hmm.
darkness, so it would be a bit lighter for them, and also farmers.
Fucking kids, man. Jeez. And the farmers. They're
Hmm.
used to getting up in the dark. No matter what time you make it, they want to get up earlier anyway. They
Yeah,
want to beat the
um,
crow.
but ostensibly those were the sort of,
Okay, but
those are
here's the
generally the
thing.
reasons given why they were done.
Okay, fine.
And
But then
at
who
some
told the crows?
no idea. And at some stage, I think during the Second World War, we had double daylight savings
I don't know,
where they
but
adjusted it by 2 hours.
I'm telling you, if the crow gets off, because like the crow, what what is he ruled by? The sun?
Most creatures are, I don't know if the technical term is correct, diurnal.
Just
They
an inner
basically,
clock?
yeah,
What?
they they go by sunlight.
Okay, I thought he had some kind of inner clock or something.
Don't
So,
think so.
but if we make it an hour earlier or later, isn't he off? Am I having a Windows
Um,
moment?
Animals will react to the environment. If it starts getting light and an animal that is active during light, they'll start becoming active. If they are an animal that interacts with humans, they'll be active when they're interacted with by the
Yeah, but
humans.
okay. So say the it's he's crowing or whatever the fuck they do. He's roostering at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's when the sun comes
Um,
up. Okay, which is just
yeah, okay, I'll go with
okay.
you.
And we spring forward to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Right now, the farmer who's been getting up at 5 a.m. every day still's gonna want to get up at 5 a.m. But the crow's going off at 6 now. See? He's fucking up. My point has been made.
Yes, thank you, Jason. Circadian rhythm is what it is.
But my point's still made, right?
Um,
I think I'm brilliant.
I'm not entirely sure that roosters actually crow at daybreak. I think that might be a bit of a myth.
Because it's in all the cartoons.
Gosh, that's me told, isn't it?
Just saying. It's in all of them. No matter what
Yeah, yeah,
fucking place does
yeah,
them, it's in all of them, so it's gotta be true.
yeah, absolutely.
Just saying. They won't lie to kids.
Oh God, no. Yes. Blah. That's a very deep philosophical statement, Aaron. Time is a human construct. Oh, are you saying if there weren't humans, there'd be no time?
What does it say? What is it? Taipan? What's Taipan say? Something
Ask a
can't
farmer.
tell. Time they give.
Oh, cows can't tell time. They give milk at the same time, daylight savings or not.
I'm not talking about cows. I'm talking about rooster things. The
Um, it's entirely possible that they are similar-ish. I don't know.
No, they cock-a-doodle doo at daylight. It says so. What?
Uh, yes, Paracord Princess, cartoons are a source of truth. You
They're a
heard it
source
here.
of learning. I no. I learned a lot from cartoons. I did.
Juggernaut heard a rooster crow at 2 in the morning.
Well, it might have been sick, okay? Or drunk, or lost.
Or, like me, the battery in its watch might have died and he couldn't tell the time, so he just
You
guessed.
know, they don't have a very big vocabulary. He had to do what he could. Get off the rooster's case, sir. Okay? He might have been having a
Hmm.
bad morning.
Yep.
We've all been there. What?
Jason says roosters that crow before dawn become supper.
Yeah, what's that? What's that they make out of an old rooster? Is it a sambuca? No.
Sorry?
There's a dish made out of an old rooster. There is. There's a dish. It's like this one, the only dish I've ever heard. They make it out of an older rooster, older hen.
Um,
Yep.
Catgirl reckons that roosters are about to become KFC.
Mm.
Um, dish with can't think of it off the top of my head, but then again,
Why are we
no.
talking about roosters? Oh, daylight savings time. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. The animals. I don't know how they adjust.
Yeah. Yes, Joshua. We do have atomic clocks, and a few of them dotted
Yeah.
around. I've told
They
AMG
neat.
this before, so close your ears to AMG. You get bored by this. Quite a few years ago, I was listening to the radio, late night, early morning, and the presenter was talking to somebody over in the US. It was on the BBC, I should hasten to add. Talking to somebody in the US. I forget the guy's exact title, but he was in charge of the building in which the primary atomic clock was housed down in the basement. And the conversation was going on about how clocks have developed, become more accurate, and the functionality and how these clocks work and stuff like that. And right at the end of the interview, the presenter asked the guy, "And what time is it?" Now, if you were like me, and presumably like the presenter, you would be expecting something like, "Oh, it's 32.1113 seconds past 2 o'clock," or something along those lines. But instead, There was a pause of about 2 or 3 seconds. Then the guy said something like about 2 minutes, 3 minutes past midnight. And the presenter asked him, why? Yeah, that's not as accurate as I thought. And why did it take so long? And the guy said, I had to turn around and look at the clock on the wall. Because, yeah, which I thought was quite amusing because I expected him to have a readout on his desk which gave the current very accurate atomic clock time, but he didn't. I think Juggernaut might be a glass
Well,
half
sorry about
empty
that.
person.
I
He
glitched.
prefers the Doomsday Clock.
Sorry, guys.
You glitched. How?
Yeah, I glitched. Did you hear me? I was
No,
talking.
no, didn't hear a word.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't hear you either, so.
Oh, and Irish wants
Yay.
atomic something else.
Alright, well. On that note, before I glitch again, we better wrap it up. Sorry, guys. But if you feel like you want to let me know whose side you're on, I'd love to hear about it. Not between us, Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Right.
We don't have sides here. We
I was
love
about to
each other.
say, don't tell her that you're on my side. It will only upset her.
We don't have sides. We're on the same side.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Right.
Keep an eye out. We'll be back. I have no idea what we're talking about, but it'll be something.
Yep. And
But not cricket.
Much like this, I still won't know what we're talking about.
Well, I'll let you pick next time. How about that?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. That's right. Be something boring and
Oh, absolutely.
pedantic and
Yes, Catgirl.
IT related. Oh, no, you're not picking. You're not picking.
Almost certainly wrestling Catgirl. Yes, absolutely.
We don't talk about fake things.
Sorry, what we talking about?
Fake things.
Oh, I could go into the Duckworth-Lewis method.
Huh?
And that's nothing like the rhythm method.
She said wrestling, right?
Catgirl did, yes.
Yeah, and I said we don't talk about fake things. What are you talking about?
The Duckworth-Lewis method.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that is your homework for the night.
No, thank you. I don't do homework anymore. I graduated everything I need to graduate. Bye.
Good night all, and thank you very much.
Thank you.